Father's Day is usually treated as a day of celebration. Cards, phone calls, family meals, memories, maybe a few sentimental moments. But for many men, especially highly sensitive men, Father's Day can also bring up deeper questions. What kind of father did I have? What kind of father did I become? And perhaps the hardest question of all, was I good enough? This question has become more personal for me because my son is now a father to a son. My son is sensitive. His son is sensitive. I am sensitive. And when I look at the male line, I see 3 generations of sensitivity, love, wounds, distance, tenderness, and emotional inheritance. Hi, this is Bill Allen of Thoughts with a Sensitive Man. Today we're going to be talking about sensitive fathers, sensitive sons, and the emotional inheritance of men. Men inherit more than genetics. We inherit emotional patterns. We inherit silence. We inherit distance. We inherit ideas about what men are allowed to say, feel, or express. We inherit models of love, even when those models are incomplete. Many of our fathers loved us, but did not always know how to show closeness. They provided, they worked, they protected, but affection may not have come very easily for them. Emotional language may not have been available to them. Sensitive sons fill these gaps. We feel what is said, but we also feel what is missing. So part of the work of HSP Fatherhood is when do I receive, or what do I receive, what do I repeat, and what do I try to heal? Many HSP fathers raised children before they knew they were highly sensitive. That means we may have felt deeply, reacted strongly, worried intensely, or needed time alone without fully understanding why. Without the HSP framework, our sensitivity may have looked like moodiness, withdrawal, overwhelm, or overprotection. We may have loved deeply, but not always been as emotionally clear or steady as we wanted to be. Understanding our sensitivity later in life does not erase the past, but it does help us reinterpret it with compassion and responsibility. Sensitivity often runs through families. Passing it on is not passing on weakness. It may mean passing on empathy, intuition, creativity, awareness, and emotional depth. But sensitive children also need guidance. They need to learn boundaries, self-regulation, courage, and self-trust. Sensitive boys need to know that they are not broken. They also need to know that sensitivity must be carried well. And they need fathers and grandfathers who do not shame tears, tenderness, caution, creativity, or emotional awareness. But they also need examples of strength, accountability, and resilience. Many fathers say, "I did the best I could." Often, that's true, but it should not become a shield against reflection. A better question may be, when I knew better, did I try to do better? Good fatherhood is not flawless fatherhood. It is a love plus repair. Presence plus humility, effort plus growth. Children do not need perfect fathers. They need fathers who return, reconnect, apologize when needed, and keep showing love. Not better than any other fathers in some superior way, but perhaps more conscious is how HSP men are as fathers. HSP fathers notice more and feel more. Our gift is attunement. Our challenge is regulation. We may sense when something is wrong before anyone says a word, and that can be a beautiful gift. But if we're not careful, our children can begin to feel responsible for our emotional weather. So as HSP fathers, we need to learn our own nervous systems. We need to know when we are overwhelmed, when we need space, and when old wounds are shaping present reactions. No father arrives healed. The goal is not woundless fatherhood. The goal is to avoid making our wounds the child's burden. A father can be imperfect and still be deeply loving. He can miss the mark and still repair. He can carry grief and still offer joy. What matters is showing up, listening, staying connected, speaking love clearly, offering affection without embarrassment. Fatherhood does not end when children become adults. It changes shapes. And grandfatherhood gives us another chance to bring tenderness into the male line. Not a perfect do-over, but a sacred continuation. We can be softer. We can speak more plainly. We can help our grandsons understand themselves easier than we understood ourselves. We can let them know they are not too sensitive. They're learning how to carry sensitivity well. We cannot change everything we inherited. We cannot redo every fathering moment, but we can choose what continues. We can speak love more clearly. We can honor sensitivity more openly. We can teach boys that men can be strong and tender, protective and emotionally honest, steady and deeply feeling. Good fatherhood is not perfections. It is presence, repair, love, and the courage to keep becoming better. For HSP fathers and grandfathers, that may be the inheritance worth leaving. Men who are no longer afraid to be close. Thank you for listening to Thoughts with a Sensitive Man. If you found this episode valuable, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who might benefit. Your support helps us reach more highly sensitive men and those who care about them. Until next time, take good care of you.